What's good, everybody? Um, I'm just gonna do the first quarter because uh, I got somewhere to go today. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be one of those games where division rivals face each. Um, what's up, Monkey? I put a poll. Um, Let me know who wins tonight or today, I should say. Uh, Very boring game, to be honest. But that's what you expect from a divisional game. Not you know very boring in the first two quarters. Uh, they usually don't get it going until like the third or the fourth quarter. So the first two quarters, it's not going to show a whole lot. You know, because it happens from time to time. Um, Divisional games is always close. you know, like the first two quarters, nobody really scores. It's just a whole bunch of punts back and forth. Um, okay, yeah, I like that. Knowing that Daniel Jones is not good at home, um, but we'll see. I mean, the Giants are never good at home. They're more they're more resilient on the road than they are at home. But yeah, because I was saying yesterday, like revenge games, they kind of tricky, because you don't want to, show what you don't want to show the other team or your former team, oh, you didn't want to sign me, okay, watch this, like Saquon Barkley is gonna have that type of game, you know. Um, but right now it's slow. Right now it's slow. pace. Like I said, it's just a whole bunch of punts back and forth, and nobody really did anything, to be honest. Um, thank God I didn't do this on my parlay, because um, this game is not good at all. I mean, you would expect divisional games to be more, you know, tight, you know. Um, but hopefully they'll get it together in the first quarter or in the second quarter, I should say. Um, but yeah, it's crazy. And another punt. Daniel Jones gets sacked again by Nolan Smith Jr. Yeah, so far none of these two teams are doing much separation. You know, you would have thought the Eagles would have maintained a fast lead like 7-0, 14-0, 3-0, 10-0, but no, they're playing to the Giants' um, competition, which I hate. But again, my Giants need to ramp up too. They got Malik Neighbors back, so you know, um, yeah. I mean, if I could show the game, I would, but then again, I would have to at least have League Pass. Um, but you know, basketball is Monday. I mean, it's Tuesday. Can't wait. Yeah, this is on ESPN. If anybody was wondering, damn, I clicked on something. Hate when I be doing that. But yeah, um, if you want to watch what I'm watching, just go to ESPN or Yahoo Sports. Um, so it seems a lot of scoreless, a lot of sevens, a lot of threes, a lot of 3-0, 10-0, 0-0, 0-0, 3-0. So kind of slow in the NFL today, which is always like that. I mean, that's why that's why I always like college football. Say what you want, but at least with college football, you get a lot of high action, a lot of a lot of touchdowns in college. And I know there's a whole bunch of you know young kids flying around, young legs. You know, the NFL is kind of like the grandpa of the league. You know, like it's just you don't really see that much fireworks anymore. Saquon Barkley, right guard to Philly, 29 for 3 yards. He's gonna break a big one sooner or later. 9 yards, 3 carries for 9 yards. He's gonna trust me, he's gonna break out. He's gonna he's going to have a big one sooner or later. Like I, I always view running back as boxers. You know, oh there you go. You see, 17 yards now. He's cooking. Like I said in my other video, should have the Giants, paid him. Who knows? You know, um, but they chose to, you know, they chose to go somewhere else. So you can't get mad to where he goes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a free agent. That's the beauty of a free agent, or uh, that's the job of a free agent, or the criteria of a free agents to go where they please. Um, but he's gonna get one. I should have done my parlay, but I know this game was gonna be very slow. I mean the Eagles. Oh man, AJ Brown is cooking now. They are cooking. They are not playing at all. They said we can't keep on trading punts to this team. This team is not even better than us. But I tell you what, when we get our quarterback, it's going to be very different. Very different. Because what Giants fans don't understand is Daniel Jones still isn't himself, right? Even when he was himself, he was still doing what he's doing now. There's no difference, you know. Still run, he's still doing that one read, stare down. Like he's a good runner. I'll give him that. Out of everything, he's a good runner, you know. But in terms of processing and doing all that, Brian Dable needs his own quarterback. And I said this for like months and years now. When they drafted Daniel Jones, I knew this team was not going to be good at all. At all. I knew this team was not going to be good. And I was right. I said this before the season started. I wrote it down on my book. I need to find. I said I said this around May, and I think this was like during the draft. I said that the Giants was not gonna have a good season. Now, can they get better? Sure, but they need the right quarterback. You know, everything's gonna fall into place once they get the right quarterback, and you have to give shotgun decks. Oh, look at that, another three and out. It's just boring, yo. It's like somebody score, do something. See, with basketball, you don't get this. Very, very slow, boring game. Like, Jesus Christ. Score. We are entering the last quarter. So Jalen Hurts is 4 out of 5, 43 yards. Daniel Jones, 4 out of 5, or 4 out of 6, 36 yards. Saquon Barkley, 6 carries for 17 yards. I thought he broke a big one for 20, but I guess it got called back. Malik Neighbors, 1 receptions for 13 yards. A.J. Brown, 3 receptions for 33 yards. Uh, and they both getting sacked a lot. So that means that both of their O line is not good at all. I know we're missing Andrew Thomas, so that's probably, a key factor in why we're getting, sacked so much. But the Phillies offense is not really that good. On the offensive side of the ball, the O line, they're not good. But he has weapons. He has a good tight end. He has a good running back, good receivers. Most people might say that, oh, it's Stefani, the head coach. You know, he's not right for the job, this and that. But if they lose to the Giants, he might probably get fired tomorrow. He may get fired tomorrow if they lose to the Giants because they have no business losing to the Giants. Take care of business. Like if I could play the video, I would, but you know, obviously, YouTube doesn't allow it, so I have to convert to this. And I said choose. No, I said yesterday I was gonna go live because I I just did my basketball fantasy draft, which I got done um, today, like around 12:45. So no, it was at 11:45, and I got done at like one something. If you hear the notifications, that means Trey Simeon is in the red zone, or Trey's Sermon is in the red zone. Yo, I'm killing it in my fantasy football league though. I started 0-2, and I'm 3-3 right now. About to be 4-3. So, but this is not good, man. This is not good. I mean, end of the first quarter, Jesus. Nobody scores. Oh my God. Football is just so trash. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I might probably do like the first two quarters, and then that's it. You know, um, if I have time, then I'll probably pop in the fourth. But yeah, it's not good. Yeah, I'll probably hop in the fourth. See if it's close, because this game is just ass right now. It's boring. I mean, like I said, man, the Eagles are playing beneath the Giants right now. The Eagles right now should have been up like at least 14-0, or 14-3, or 14-6. Like, you mean to tell me that freaking Devin Singletary's back? Okay, so the Giants both got Malik Neighbors and Devin Singletary, who's missed the last two games. Um, so that's pretty dope. They have got to commit. They've got to commit to the run. The Eagles. Thank you for the likes. Um, they've got to commit to the run, man. I mean, I know you want to just pass, 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 but the Eagles don't got no slouch, anyways. Like C.J. Gardner Johnson, he's pretty good. They still got Slay, and Daniel Jones got sacked again. Tell you, man, if you don't have a great left tackle, it hurts. This hurts. Daniel Jones might probably get sacked four times today, probably six, if we're being realistic, because no protection at all. I think we signed somebody off the practice squad. Um, it was from the 49ers. I think we grabbed one of the offensive linemen for the 49ers. But I don't know if he's playing in this game, because after this, we have a short week, I believe. After this, we face the Steelers on Monday night, and that's going to be another L. So we're gonna have two back-to-back L's to two Pittsburgh Steelers team, or to two Pittsburgh teams, which is crazy. We're facing two Pittsburgh teams back to back. I don't know if we played. Yeah, I think we played next Monday because I don't think it would be fair for us to play Sunday and then play Monday. So I think we play next Monday against Steelers, which the Steelers are not really that bad. So y'all have the Giants at 100%. Wow. Just keep on voting. Keep on voting. They'll probably switch. Um, another. Oh, that's not good. Daniel Jones got intercepted. Uh, like I said, man, just lose, get the draft pick, get your quarterback, and see what you do from there. Because Daniel Jones is not it. I mean, Wandell got to catch that ball. I know I can't really see what happened, but it was probably a tip ball. He caught it and then it tipped out of his hands and it fell right to Reed Blankenship. So yeah, the Eagles are gonna have a short field. Um, the Eagles is gonna have a short field to work with. This should probably be at least 3 plays, 3 plays touchdown. Because I do the same thing in Madden. Like if I have a short field, all I need is like boom, 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 or probably 2 plays, depending on the coverage. Yeah, it's not looking good at all. Jesus. Like I said, man, Daniel Jones does not show up at home. He does not. He plays better on the road than he does at home, which is crazy. Wait, wait, Pop. Oh, I guess they took the interception back. Okay, so Daniel Jones didn't throw an interception. Because if he did, they would have been punting it. Yeah, the Eagles would have probably started at the 40 if so. I guess they took the interception back. So, but yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. I thought this was going to be like a very close, exciting game. This game has been terrible. In the words of Charles Barkley, this game was terrible. This game is not even like why do the Eagles do this? Like the Eagles are probably 10 times better than the Giants on paper. But I guess, just because it's a divisional game, they want to keep it close. They don't want to blow out or anything, you know. I mean, Jalen Hurts is getting sacked left from right. Jones is getting sacked left from right. You would at least thought the Eagles line would have held up, you know. I mean, the Giants got two good pass rush, three: Ojulari, Dexter Lawrence, and Brian Burns. Now that Kayvon Thibodeau's going to be out for the year, I think Brian Burns is going to obviously have a lot of sacks this season. He might probably finish with that, what, 9, 8, depends. But it opens up the door because I don't think him and Kayvon can play together. I really don't. I see it on paper. I see it on the field. They can't play together. I was a defensive end myself, so I know what I'm talking about. Like, the fact that OC and Tuck played well together is different. You know, Michael. You had Michael Strahan. You had OC, you had Tuck, and they all played so well. They all played well off each other. You know, let me see if I could get to 10 likes. Give this video 10 likes. But yeah, this after this, I'll probably go. I'll probably hop in into like the fourth quarter because this game is absolutely not watchable at all. Like this game is just boring. Hopefully the Eagles can score this drive, and then the Giants can try to drive down the field and score. If but yeah, this game is not good at all. Um, and I'm not an Eagles fan, but I mean, when you want a good quarterback, you have to be bad. I mean, I'm not saying that the Giants can go out there and not show up, not fight, but oh wow, wow, Saquon Barkley just pulled a big one. 8 carries for 72 yards. Yeah, 55. Jesus Christ, he's in it now. Shout outs to Saquon Barkley though. Aquarius gang. But Jesus Christ. 55 yards. He's cooking. Tell you, man, these revenge games are very tricky, man. Now you got Kenneth Bright Gainwell. It's not only he has a very good backup, you know, because let's face it, Daniel Jones have never had a good backup running back when he was here. He never did. It was either him or nobody else. Now he has a competent, good running back, or he has a good, competent number two. Kenneth Gainwell's not really bad, even though he never came. Even though he never came. Even though he never came through me or came. Even though he never came, he never showed up when it mattered the most in my parlays. Because I remember I picked Kenneth Gainwell to rush for a measly 22 yards. He rushed for only 8 yards the whole entire game. 8 yards, which is crazy. Right now he's at 19. And this was like years ago, or I think this was last year. But yeah, I wonder how I'm doing on my fantasy. I don't got Saquon Barkley on my fantasy team though. I don't got Jalen Hurts on my fantasy team. Like I'm trying to trade Patrick Mahomes, but nobody wants him, which is crazy. Yep, touchdown Saquon Barkley, 75 yards, the one touchdown on carries. Well, the Eagles, it was it was overdue, but they finally scored. Saquon Barkley put that team on his back, and he just said, "F it," Um, so it's 7-0 Eagles. Let's see if the Giants can respond. They probably won't. Um, and yeah, because right now I want the Giants to have a good pick. Right now they're sitting at 2-4. So because right after this they face the Steelers next Monday, and then after that I believe they have their bye. So they'll be sitting at 2-6, heading into their bye. Like Giants fans could sit there and lie to you and say Daniel Jones is the answer. Daniel Jones was never the answer. I'm not mad at Daniel Jones. I'm mad because he got picked to where he was picked, but we didn't want him. Where I'm pretty sure the Giants was going to go to a different direction at quarterback. But since they hired Dave Gettleman, this is what you get. So don't necessarily be mad at Daniel Jones. Be mad at the fact that he can't deliver. I'll give him that one good playoff run that he had against the Vikings. I'll give him that, but right now we're stuck with him. And if even if we do draft a quarterback, he's not going to get the starting job unless he wows us in the preseason, you know. Or they're probably going to say Daniel Jones is still going to start. They're going to go through that old school routine to where, you know, um, he's going to sit behind Daniel Jones and learn from him or try to, pickpocket him to what his attributes are or whatever. And then that's it, you know? But I don't blame Daniel Jones at all. He was just wrong place, wrong time type of scenario. Um, but let's see what the Giants can do. We got Malik Neighbors back. We got Devin Singletary back. So there should be no excuse to why this Giants team is not performing. Uh, you know, weirdo. Who me? I mean, this time, look, Jordan. This Giants team is not good. I'm a Giants fan. Okay, I literally had to throw away my shit because they're not good at all. I wish I kept the Giants. I wish I kept my Giants gear, but it is what it is. I'll probably buy like a T-shirt, whatever next month. But this team is not good. On paper, this team is not good. On the field, this team is not good. I mean, it's like every single game they play the same way. Every single game they play the same way. And I don't want to have to go through another year with Daniel Jones. I really don't. I already said that he was not the answer. If Giants fans want to convince themselves that he's the answer, then y'all gonna y'all never gonna go anywhere. He doesn't show up in big games. You know, he's not good in primetime games at all. He's not good at home. I mean, what do the Giants fans want? Do the Giants fans want to continue to stick up for him and say, "Oh, just give him more weapons and give him more time"? Like, no, he's in his sixth year, Jordan. Sixth year. I mean, Eli Manning won his first Super Bowl in what, year four? Because the Giants obviously surrounded him with talent. Tiki Barber, Jeremy Shockey, Toomer. They had to trade to get Plaxico Burris. Like they did what they had to do to surround him with a good defense, good weapons, and it showed. You know, I mean, yes, Eli didn't have the best rookie year. I would admit it. You know, but after that, he just you know learned on the fly. You know, and that's something that Daniel Jones have not picked up till this day. He hasn't. He's been playing the same way his rookie year. But it is what it is, man. I mean, if Giants fans want to continue to stick up for him, say he's our savior or he's this and that, then they're gonna be in for the rude awakening. Because I don't think the Giants. I don't think the Giants knows what they want at quarterback right now because that's not Brian Dable's quarterback, obviously. So you can't really fault Brian Dable for his play calling because he don't trust the quarterback. Now, if this was a different quarterback that has good accuracy, and if this was like a Patrick Mahomes, then yes, different, you know. And even Patrick Mahomes had to sit behind Alex Smith. You know, it's not like he started right away, you know. So, it is what it is, though. You know, um, it's fourth and down, another punt by the Giants. Like I said, the Giants do not do good at home. Neither do the Cowboys. The Cowboys and the Giants are in the same boat. What's up, Tuck? Like the Giants and the Cowboys are in the same boat. They're both pathetic at home, but they're darn good on the road for some odd reason. Do you go for the Giants? Yeah, I'm a Giants fan. I just don't have any gear because I threw my Giants gear last year because I was just fed up with this team. But I might probably buy some. I might probably buy like a T-shirt next month. Uh, but yeah, I am a Giants fan. Sadly, but we just need a new quarterback, man. That's all. A lot of people might say, "Oh, the quarterback is not going to help." Uh, I rather take I rather take a quarterback than Daniel. I rather take another quarterback than Daniel Jones. I really would. Um, because when Dave Gettleman drafted Daniel Jones, I knew this team was not going to go far. And the only reason why the Giants gave Daniel Jones that contract was because of his production that he had that year that they won the playoff game. And ever since that, he's just been a shell of himself. I don't know if it's because of the injuries he's coming back from. You know, um, but you can't really blame that on injuries because Peyton Manning said out the whole entire year, got traded the year before that. He won a Super Bowl with the Broncos. You know, it's just Daniel Jones is not good. Daniel Jones is like one of those quarterbacks that you go in free agency and you go all the way down and you see they're like 69 overall, 59 overall, and you don't even pick them, but you pick them anyways just to fill out your roster. That's the type of player Daniel Jones is. Now, Daniel Jones is not bad. He's not. It's just his processing information. His reading is not good, but he can run and he can throw the ball. Like he shows some flashes. He showed flashes of being that number 10 quarterback, but you know, like he just doesn't show up in big games like he should, you know? And that's not Brian Dable or Joe Shane's pick. So you can't really fault him for that because, where they picked at number 6, I know. I mean, Jordan, I don't know if he's an Eagles fan. He probably is an Eagles fan. Who knows? But I mean, it is what it is, man. For me, I just want a new quarterback. Um, if you go back and look at my recent videos or my old videos, I said the same thing. Like Daniel Jones is not it. Not Brian Dable, Dave Gettleman set this team back 5 years. Where we in year 6 with Daniel Jones, and he's still showing the same production. Oh, great! Now the Eagles got the ball. Oh God, this is gonna be a bloodbath. This if they score again, this might get ugly, and it's looking like they're gonna score again. Like, comment, subscribe. But yeah, it's looking bad. It's looking bad. I don't even want to watch it no more, to be honest. Uh, I need more apps on my tablet. I mean, I got PayPal, Google Chrome, Instagram, Gmail, YouTube, Amazon, and Messenger. Who's your team, Tuck? Hold on. Let me see the Giants' schedule. Because I know after this they have a bye. No, no. After this they have they face the Steelers after this, and then they have a bye, I believe. So they started off 0-2, one against the Browns, lost against the Cowboys, one against the Seahawks. They won against the Seahawks. No, actually, they don't have a bye until when do they have a bye? Okay, so I think after yeah, so I think yeah, so the Steelers. So okay, so they play today, or actually they play now against the Eagles, and they're at no, they're at home against the Eagles, and they're away against the Steelers on Monday, next Monday, which is the 28th, and then I believe they have the bye, and then after that they face the Commanders on September 3rd, and then they face the Cowboys on Thanksgiving on November 28th. And then they face the Saints, Ravens, Falcons, Colts, and then they wrap it up against the Eagles. The Eagles just scored. Oh boy, yeah. This is what I was hoping. Cause I just said that like freaking 3 minutes ago. Like I said that. Oh my God, 74 yards for one touchdown. I should have picked the Eagles on my parlay. But I'm just waiting until basketball, man. I'm done with the NFL. I mean, I won like $25 off the NFL. I'm pretty much done. It is 14-0. I mean, it took them long enough. They should have freaking scored in the first quarter, but it is what it is. But yeah, 100 yards, one touchdown, 9 carries, 75 yards. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's not good, man. It's not good. Let's see what the Giants can do. Because I was watching Big Pats. I'm watching her right now. She fine as hell though. I ain't gonna lie for a white girl. But what's her name? I don't know how you pronounce that, but I'm just gonna call her Kay. Um, but yeah, she was playing Final Fantasy International. Like I had this game so many times, I can never finish it. It's a long ass game. I ain't gonna lie. My cousin was the only one who finished it, but it's a long ass game. From start to finish, it's a long game. Um, yeah, but I'm watching Big Pat's talk.
Our team does not come through.
If anybody's watching him, he's a pretty good YouTuber. Not all the time he's right, but yeah. So this is what I'm watching right now. But I don't want to play too much. But yeah, this is just oh god. Yup, Lakers, Celtics versus Knicks, Lakers versus Timberwolves. I'm surprised the Lakers are kicking it off against the Timberwolves. Out of all the teams, for me, I would have replaced the Timberwolves with the team that they eliminated in the playoffs. I believe it was John Morant's Grizzlies. But then again, I think the Timberwolves would have probably been an okay opponent. I mean, I would have preferred the Nuggets, but I mean, for some odd reason, the, the Lakers can't seem to beat the Nuggets or the Kings for some odd reason. It's like Sabonis is like what 20 something and nothing and against the. But anyways, back to the game. Oh, it's Tuesday. So they only doing two games today. I mean, two games Tuesday, 7:30 and 10. Boy, you know a lot of people gonna be tuning in for that, boy. I mean, most people might say, screw the NFL, basketball is back. But the Giants got 4 minutes and 27 seconds in the second quarter to go. Hopefully, they can um, show some kind of life. I mean, they're another third and long. Uh, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to get sacked right here or incomplete pass or first down by Malik Neighbors. Because Malik Neighbors is still coming back from that concussion injury. So he may not be right. I think this is the only game that he might have a subpar game. You know, because if you look at his last three games or his last four games, he's been balling out. You know, but I think this one is probably gonna be the game where he has a stinker. Yep, incomplete. Like I said, another punt, another punt. What's up, Jim? I love big women. Touche, touche. Nothing wrong with a little meat on their bones. I mean, you got to have some meat on your bones. Shit. Ain't nobody want to date no stick figure. And the Eagles get it back. Oh god, this is not gonna fare well. Oh man, let me see if I could get to 10 likes. 10. Hit that like button. I wish I could do it myself, but I can't. Hit that thumbs up button as hard as you possibly can. Yeah, the running game is going. The running game is going for them. The passing game is going for them. So this might probably look like a blowout already. Um, uh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Five more. Actually, six more. My math is obviously off. Six more to 10. Let's see if I could get six. Let me see. Let me see if I could get 10 before halftime. Let me know who's your favorite team down below. Let me know who's your favorite team down below. And are y'all excited that basketball is back Tuesday? The Giants have to show. I mean, I do want the Giants to lose, but show some fight. Like at least show some fight. Devontae Smith a negative 2 yards. This is just. And I think they got the ball back. No, oh, it's still the Eagles' ball. I thought the I thought he fumbled. Yeah, Malik Neighbors is not having a good game. Two receptions for 22 yards. You got to do more than that. That's why I said the Giants are just force feeding him the ball. They're doing the same thing that they would. They're doing the same thing that they did with Odell Beckham Jr. There's no difference. You know, because when Victor Cruz went down, it was him or him. It was him and Victor Cruz. But when when Victor Cruz went down with the ACL MCL injury against the same team that he's facing, it was all Victor Cruz, nobody else. I mean, it was all Odell and nobody else. You know, like it was supposed to be this dynamic duo of Odell and Victor Cruz, but we never got to see it. Like I don't know if they don't play well with each other or not. But this whole, Sterling Shepard was there too, but he was a rookie. You know, but it was supposed to be Victor Cruz and Odell Beckham Jr. And we never got to see that. So yeah, 2 minute warning. But yeah, it's just uh, hopefully the Giants might wake up at halftime. Probably not. Seeing how piss poor they always play at home, this is probably a gimme game for the Eagles. Now the Giants will get their revenge come week 17 because by then I think the Eagles should have everything wrapped up. So even if Jalen Hurts does play that game, it's not going to mean anything because the Giants are probably going to be eliminated by then, searching for their new quarterback. You know, because this year's quarterback draft was stacked. Next year's I mean they'll have some quarterbacks next year, like John Beck, the quarterback for Alabama. So you're gonna, I mean, the Giants might probably trade up to get their quarterback. Um, but yeah, because all right, Dexter Lawrence with the 2 sacks. So the defense is showing up. It's just that it's just their secondary is just bad. So if you're doing any parlays, pick the Giants defensive ends or linebackers or defensive tackles because they're showing up game after game. I don't know how many sacks Dexter Lawrence have this season, but I think he has probably like 4 or 5 sacks. But you would say, well, if the Giants are giving up, or if the Giants are getting so much sacks, how come they're up 14-0? They're down 14-0. Well, it's because their secondary is no good. Your front end has to play with your front end has to play well with your back end, and vice versa. You know, like if you have a good secondary, it's going to be hard for a quarterback to throw because your corners are probably good, free safeties are probably good, but if you're in a position that the Giants are in, where your front your front you're getting after the quarterback, but your secondary is just getting burnt. Like, and it's not even Jalen Hurts. It was all Saquon who set it up, and then obviously Jalen Hurts took over the rest. So it wasn't like Jalen Hurts was doing this masterful, you know, driving it down the field type. You know, it was more of Saquon Barkley having that big game that he had previous run, and now you know you're seeing what you get. You know, so Tracy is getting more of the reps. Um, like I said, Devin Singletary and Malik Neighbors are coming back from their injuries, so you're not expecting them to be at full strength at 100%. Probably next Monday, probably next week when they face the Steelers, they might probably be back to their old selves. But for right now, they're not running, they're not catching, especially you know uh, Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors is not himself. Devin Singletary is definitely not himself. I don't know if this plays a factor into this game, but they're out there catching footballs and running, so they're just not at 100%. You know, so right now, Daniel Jones 11 out of 16, 73 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. He did have a pick, but I think that got taken back because of a penalty. Uh, so hopefully they'll wake up third quarter. I mean, it could be worse. They could have been up. They could have been down 21-0, but they're only down by two touchdowns. So okay, Daniel Jones with a big run, scrambles for 17 yards. I mean, they're trying to get something going before the half because you do not want to be down 40-0 heading into halftime. Um, yeah, I hit the 1 hour mark. Dang, I've been here for 1 hour. Sheesh, I've been recording for 1 hour, which is crazy. So they're trying to get at least into field goal range. I'm guessing they're trying to get into field goal range to at least get like a cheap shot, a, not a cheap shot, but like to make the score not seem you know big. Um, but yeah, so Malik Neighbors will finish the quarter or the second quarter with three receptions, 27 yards. Daniel Jones, 5 carries, 20 yards rushing. I mean, when you have your quarterback rushing the ball for 20 yards, and you don't have your main running back, which is Devin Singletary running the ball, you're not going to win because Daniel Jones has to do double the duty now. He has to run the ball and he has to throw. So that's a losing recipe right there. And the Giants will have to burn another timeout. So it's 1st and 5 on the Philly 30. 6 plays, 29 yards, a minute and four. And it's not like Jalen Hurts is carving up their defense. That big run was from Saquon Barkley, and then it set it up. And so it's been AJ Brown and Saquon Barkley who's been doing most of the damage. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is not good. Really never liked him coming out of Alabama. The only reason why he was good is because he's been surrounded by so many good talents. I mean, he still has good talents, and he's still not maximizing his full potential, I believe. But he's still a great quarterback. I'm pretty sure Giants fans would have traded to get, or not traded, but they would have traded quarterbacks right now. Like to get Jalen Hurts, put Saquon Barkley, no, not Saquon, put Daniel Jones on the Eagles and put Jalen Hurts on the Giants and see the difference. So Wandale Robinson now is getting into the game with 11 yards. Uh, Dalton Schultz. Yeah, I'm killing it in my. I can't really see it because I don't want to end this live, but I'll probably do it um, by this quarter because my phone's at 34, so I want to charge it till it gets like to 100, and then I'll go live back again in the fourth quarter. So, I mean, Malik Neighbors is showing out, 4 receptions for 41 yards. Saquon Barkley, 9 carries for 75 yards. Daniel Jones, 5 carries for 20 yards. Jalen Hurts, 8 out of 10, 98 yards, 1 touchdown. So they both probably going to go in the 100 range. Daniel Jones, 13 out of 19, 93 yards. Like when you see those stats, it's like, damn, 19 out of 13, and no picks, no touchdowns. And Daniel Jones haven't thrown a touchdown at home this whole entire year, which is crazy. But he's been phenomenal at on the road, you know. So would you take Daniel Jones on the road or at home? So you mean to tell me that every time Giant Daniel Jones have a home game, he's gonna stink it up, or he may not even try. But he's on the road is a different, story. He becomes like freaking Joe Montana on the road. Maybe he feels comfortable playing on the road. It's kind of that psychological thing too. It's like, would you rather play well at home or play well on the road? Because when you play well at home, fans are expecting you to do this and do that. But when you're on the road, you can relax. You can, woosah. You can, exhale. You don't have that pressure on you because you're on the road. And Philly takes a timeout. So the Giants got 9 seconds. Hopefully they could kick a field goal and make this somewhat of a game. Because Lord knows that they miss this field goal. Oh boy. I mean, Giants fans already had it to Daniel Jones. You know, um, they'll probably kick this field goal. I don't think they'll do one play because they got 9 seconds. So no timeouts. Just kick at the field goal. They have to what? Ball. Let me see. Ball on the 20. Third and 14. 9 plays, 39 yards. Yeah, just kick the field goal because by the time you throw it, just for me, I would just kick it. Make it 13-3 or make it 14-3. I don't know who gets the ball. Okay, so they kick the field goal. So it's 13-14. That's 14-3, I should say. I don't know why I said 14-13. It's 14-3 heading into the half. The Eagles might probably nail the ball or run it out. Um, so avoid, a costly turnover, Um, and let me see. So the Eagles got the ball, received the ball. So the Giants are going to um, end up with the ball in the third quarter, if memory serves me correctly. Yeah, so it's pretty much over. Thank y'all for liking. Thank y'all for showing up. I appreciate it. Uh, I mean, I hope my Knicks does win. Um, but I don't think the Celtics is gonna have one of those hangovers. You know, despite them winning despite them winning the championship, they might have a championship hangover. But I hope that the Knicks can at least give them a fight or at least give them a run for their money. The Lakers and the Timberwolves. I feel like the Lakers are better or slightly better than the Timberwolves, even though with the additions of DiVincenzo and Julius Randle. Uh, I think the Lakers might probably I think the Lakers might probably win. I will give my predictions tomorrow, before the season kicks off. I was supposed to do it today. You know what? I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna do it somewhere today. I just gotta figure out the time, but I might probably do it today. Yeah, I might probably do it like after the 49ers and Chiefs game. So I might probably do it like around 5, you know, 5 o'clock or 6. But thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah, and let's see if the Giants can come back from this debacle.